Let's take a look at this property that's for sale in Indiana and see how much it would cash flow as a long-term rental. I plugged in the inputs for that property onto rentalpeak.com, and these are the projections we get for this property. So for the key metrics for year one, you can see we're slightly negative at minus $18 a month. And then that translates to a negative cash on cash return, but our total ROI is still positive at 24.35%. Now, how this number works is if you go down here into the total ROI table, you can see the calculations behind this number. So cash flow being negative since it's negative each and every month, but we still have appreciation, debt pay down, and tax savings, which get us to this number of 24.35%. Now, if you scroll over here to the right, you can see for the next 30 years what the total ROI would be for that year. And you can see how this number gradually increases as you hold on to this property longer. One important thing I want to call out is that we're running the numbers assuming we're buying at the asking price, which is $125,000. But let's say we wanted to find our max offer based on what we want our target monthly cash flow to be. So let's say we just want to break even on this property. We can put 0 here and calculate our max offer, which would be $121,000. Or you can say, let's say I just want to break even or have a little bit of a cushion, so $50 a month. You can calculate your max offer and reverse engineer it based on your target monthly cash flow. So we can update our max purchase price and see how this deal ends up being a little bit better if we come in at a more aggressive price. So I updated the purchase price to $115,000. So assuming we're able to get an offer accepted at that, these are the projections and how they've changed now. So now you can see we're cash flowing positive. But if we go over here to this table, you can see the calculations behind how we get to our cash flow and how this number is projected to change over the course of 30 years. I moved over from this analysis tab to the market data and comps tab, and what we find here is rental comps data. So we have comparable rental properties that we automatically pull for you based on this property's address. And you can see the top 5 closest properties here on this table automatically sorted, and then you can see them here on a map. So one key thing to note, and the most important decision you're going to make when buying a rental property, is projecting what fair market rent would be for this home. If we go over here to the photos, you can see that the property on the inside has been recently updated. And you know the bathroom, the kitchen, the flooring, and the appliances are on the higher end side for this market. So you know automatically in this rent range, you're going to be closer to the top of that. So you can use that data along with other comparable rental properties that are nearby to help guide your decision on setting what fair market rent would be for this property you're interested in. If you want to generate an analysis just like this one for a property that you're interested in, you can go over to rentalpeak.com, and we have a completely free tier where you can sign up and try our site out.